Okay, well, hello again. Today, we have one that fell. Lucille Ball. So we're just gonna sit and see if we can get into calling Miss Lucille Ball's energy closer to us today and see what happens. First, I'm going to call into the guardians of the east, the element of air. We see you, we summon you, and we thank you for holding space in the circle for renewal. Guardians of the south, the element of fire. We see you, we summon you, and we thank you for holding space in the circle with us. For whatever reason, I'm being told in my brain, this could just be my human side, but I have not made one for William Powell, so we need to make one for William Powell, because he did come through a long time ago, but I do not believe he has a heart. So we need to make William Powell our heart. Thank you. And fire element, thank you. Please help to burn away all that no longer serves us, and thank you. I'm also getting the idea that we re-put Lucy back up on the wall when we're finished to see if she wants to talk again later. Guardians of the West, element of water, emotional healing and renewal, we thank you. Thank you. Poor little Kiki's left out of the magic and he's upset. Guardians of the North, element of earth, deep roots into the trees, we thank you for grounding us and anchoring us. Please help us to continually understand further and further how to anchor and ground and feel safe and rooted into this planet and this planet as our home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we call to the guardians from above, from spirit. Thank you. And inner earth guardians, thank you. And any of our guardian angels of the here and now, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lucy, I ask for you to come forward and to sit with me. I ask for any messages and things that you need to say to come through clearly to me. Anything that you can do to help be of service, specifically for me. I ask that you come through clearly to me and that I can hear and understand what you're trying to say concisely. And I thank you in advance for being my friend and for being my mentor and for taking me under your wing, for understanding my humanness. And thank you. For whatever reason, she's showing up in a really different garb than normal. There is, I don't even know what episode of I Love Lucy that this is, but she looks like a bum. Like what would stereotypically be a bum? Like with a one black tooth blacked out, like how they would make fun of it in the 50s, like not how real bums look, but like almost like a fake 5 o'clock shadow going on, and like a curly hair, almost clowny kind of look. And she's saying it so that I won't take myself so seriously. I need to not take myself so seriously. So being silly, I need to remember to be silly and to play. She's saying that the more I play, the more I will come into acceptance of who I am and being okay with getting a laugh. She's reminding me of like the probably 14-year-old me that used to, there was like a friend's birthday party that I went to with her family, and I dressed up like Forrest Gump and went in character and talked that way the entire meal. And she's saying things like that, like you need to really like dive into a character and take it on deeply. It's kind of getting personal. Like I'm sitting there saying, like, I don't know if Derek will accept who I am. And she's like, are you kidding? It's what he loves about you most. Like, don't think he is not the problem. You're just trying to come up with excuses. She's calling me out. And I'm telling her I don't know. I said something like, I don't remember how to express joy, and she's just calling bullshit on me. I do. She's saying it's a choice. She's saying it's a choice. You have to choose to be joyful. And I have to allow the energy to enter my body. I'm talking about like the last 3 weeks with her of like my energy stream. And she's like, everything for the last 3 weeks was really heavy. Like she was like, your energy has felt heavy and been heavy. And some of it is rightfully so. Some of it is just like, what did she say? Some of it is digging through like family stuff and those heavier emotions. And she understands that and recognizes that. And she's like giving me kudos about like how I handle things in general, like that I do so from a place of power and grace, and that I need to own that. And like my open-mindedness and my loving heart and my tenderness, like all of those things are all good and well. But that is the way that I show up for others. And I need to show up in a new and different way. Like you can show up for people in a way that is more lighthearted, that is still just as helpful. So she's saying not to like, she says, don't not count the power of laughter. And I'm like, how do I keep going? How do I keep doing this? And she says, you are. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and then I'm immediately just like, well, okay, but yeah, I'm doing it now because I'm off work and I'm on sabbatical. Like what's going to keep whatever? And she was like, the hearts are still going to fall. The hearts will still fall. And as long as you continuously do it every time a heart falls, that's all you got to do. It doesn't matter if the videos ever get used or not. It's about output. I'm asking her to switch into more like business minded, like anything like in that kind of arena, like compartmentalization, or I don't know, finance is something. What more can I do? What more can I do? And she's like, you're doing it. Like, she's just reminding me that like the physical purging of items that I've done is like leaps and bounds. She's saying like just the little things that I've done so far like have created a shift in the energy by leaps and bounds. Just the fact that I have this set up and like this has now pulled all of the magic into one place. So it's not spread through the apartment. I mean, there's a little still out there. It's not like it's all gone, but most tools are in here all in one place. And she's like, that's going to help your mind to have everything in one place instead of it being scattered. And so she's just saying to continue in that direction of making things and calling in the grandmothers to help you with purging. And she's like, she's really proud of that too. she's reminding me that my physical vessel is important because of the physical comedy aspects of things. And she says not to worry about my voice. Like, I've had a few moments where I'm just worried about, like, I can't sing the way I used to. And she said that the more that you find the joy, that's going to come right back. Like, there's nothing going on otherwise. It's just your joy. You're needing to replug in. I'm going to ask her if she would do me a wondrous service and to work ahead of me in the timeline of my going to California and just open up, I don't know, sacred spots or places that will feed my soul. Like, remind me of her, remind me that I'm held, remind me of this path, like, remind me of this Hollywood decision. And like, how do I do this? Like, if I'm supposed to meet somebody when I'm there, like, I'm asking for that to open. I'm just worried, I think. I'm worried about not being brave enough to do this, and like it just sitting on my phone or in my computer and nobody really knows this part about me. Like, I'm worried about the making it public part. And she's just saying that's going to take time and bravery and to not worry about that right now. Strength of character, like, I don't know where that's come from or what it's exactly entailing, but I heard the word strength of character. She just keeps saying, you're enough. You're enough, you're enough, you're enough. And she's proud of me for even playing with different mindsets. Like, I very recently subscribed to these like auditions that are like local. And she's like, even just the fact that you're playing with that in your mind is drastic progress, and you need to celebrate that, even just that you're playing with it. And she just keeps like, she's just like, you'd be so good, you're so good, so good, so good, you'd be so good. There's all these other things roaming around in my mind, like, I need to move into a house. I need more space. I need to be doing something different with my life. I can't keep doing this job. I can't keep doing all the things. And I'm like, I don't even want to think about my job right now, but I don't, and like, it's cycling. And she's like, it's okay. Like, your space is being prepared. She says, you need to be more worried about your emotional overflow. And she's like, that's why I'm most proud of you, is because you're just continuing to feel. Like, you don't have to be so worried about being so progressive. You need to just feel. Just feel the feels, because you're safe now. You're like, you're allowed to go fucking ape shit. You have 3 weeks to get your shit back together. So if you need to fall apart for all 3 weeks, it doesn't matter. Fall apart for all 3 weeks. And even if you needed to go longer than that, it wouldn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. Just feel. I can't tell. So in 2008, this was after my breakdown, we couldn't afford to go to Disneyland, but we went to Universal Studios, and there was this I Love Lucy section that I went to, and like I looked at her dresses, and like I just felt her energy stream, and she was like, don't you remember when we played there? Like, she was like, I saw you then. I've seen you the whole time. I saw you then, and I've seen you the whole time. And you've never given up. This is what I'm talking about with your strength of character. And I know. I know. And like, I was in the space of like that store, and like, and she just hugged me, so gross then. I'm so embarrassed of who I used to be. And I feel like I'd be embarrassed of even this version of me now. Like, why am I always embarrassed of who I am? I don't like being so embarrassed of who I am. I really can't tell if that's even doing anything. Maybe. But yeah, she was really sweet to me. And I'm just like, it's just so pathetic that like I feel more loved and accepted by someone who's dead and has no relation to me whatsoever than my own mom. And that like makes me super sad. And I'm just like, why with my parents? Like, why? And she's like, it's the saying of the month for you, dear, forged through fire. She also just used the word gumption. I hate that word, but she says it's fitting. Gumption. That feels like, I don't know, like a weird version of brave. She's saying to look up the difference between brave versus gumption. She's saying dance, and I'm like, all of the extra skin I have is so embarrassing. How do I do this? And she's like, would you just stop? And like, she's not even acting like that. It's more like me. I don't know. She's saying to just continue to feel. The more I let the stagnant stuff out, the easier it will become. No more stagnant energy. It does not serve you. It only protects you. Your stagnancy only protects you and keeps you from putting yourself at risk. Don't be so embarrassed of your body. Your body loves you. You need to love it back. Is there anything else that I need to know right now? She says just that you're loved, you're supported. She said we all have your back. We'll all keep showing up and keep talking to you until you're through it. And I'm just like going into these like, am I psychologically like, is there a problem here? Is there a psychological problem here? Am I just using the celebrities to, like, is it really just my own voice? And it just helps to like put it out here or something? Like, is it really just my own higher self talking? But I like to say that it's Lucy. Is it really just is this just a brain problem? And I'm just, she's like, ask me for proof. I'll prove it to you. Over time, I will prove it to you that it's not just you. But for now, you have to trust. just keep working on your energy. And let go of things that are stagnant. Force out things that are stagnant. Let go of old emotions. Let go of old stories. That doesn't have to be you anymore. Okay. I think that's going to be all for now. Thank you for the messages, Miss Lucy. And thank you to all of the guardians from above, below, the north, the west, the south, and the east. And thank you. I ask and invite for all of you to come into my heart for balancing, for protection, for safety, for understanding and healing. Stay with me and hold me in my space and my time off so that I can heal to the max capacity, so that I can be who I'm really supposed to be and not this emotional crying mess all of the time. Not that I'm a crying mess all of the time, but my God, I wish I could be. I need to allow myself to cry more.